How y'all doing? Can you hear me? Hello, hello. We got 4 in here. Mayhem Mike, Solar Mark, Solar DIY Hobbies, Hobby and Reviews. Can you hear me? Easy Rider, what's up, man? My gosh, clear from, hold on now. Norway, am I right? Loud and clear, 5x5. Good deal. Yeah, Mark helped me earlier, so thank you, Mark. Appreciate it. I hadn't closed out a thing. I can't see how many we got in here, but I can look at my device here. There we go. Oh, we got 8 in here after the live, or the premiere, I should say. If you didn't catch the premiere, you can go back and watch it, or you can go back to my previous videos of Beyond Sturgis. Skip's Place, what's up, buddy? Melinda Dobson, good to see you. I noticed there was like almost 20 people in that premiere, and I really surely appreciate that. Yeah, let me turn that around. I'm sorry. I went up to the store on the bike and I just flipped my hat around. That's not the way you're supposed to wear a hat, right? So yeah, we'll give it a while. And hey, Mom, how are you? Good to see you. Yes, I'm having a cold snack. Thank you, Skip. I appreciate that. Excuse me if I put my glasses on because my eyes are watering because I did a bunch of cleaning up out here on the west side of the shop, and the dust was just rolling. So you had a long distance call, Melinda? No problem. No, it's not. Hey, Betty, how are you? Morning coffee with Mom. Good to see you. Yeah, but I hope y'all enjoyed that video. I enjoyed making it. And yes, it was a bunch of clips from the trip, and it was just me doing a little narration on the side. A bunch of key clips that I just find just breathtakingly beautiful. And if I had more, I'd share more, but I didn't want to make it into a 30-minute video or an hour-long video or anything like that. So it's just some feelings that I had while riding a motorcycle, riding the Harley. You think about a lot of stuff, man, and it's just the way I feel. Thank you, Bob. I appreciate it. But I actually, Mike, yeah, no. Mike says, you think I'm breathtakingly beautiful? Right, right, right. Okay. So, um, Easy Rider 19, he says no. So I must be wrong. Oh, am I right about Easy Rider? Am I right about Norway? That's where your home base is. I can't remember for sure. I've been seeing your shorts. Melinda Dobson. Yeah. Rebecca Touched by Yarn. Hey, no problem, Rebecca. I don't hardly catch anybody anymore. It's hard to catch sometimes. Let's see here. Okay, I am correct. Norway. Absolutely breathtaking after camping a few days. Yeah. But the friend of mine in Craig, Colorado that we visited for a minute, he is actually a guide out there, elk hunting guide, and he used to drive truck over here. Early on in my career is when I met him, and he was going through some pretty rough times. And we would run to Jacksonville, Illinois, and on the way back, he would be on the floorboard of a day cab tractor taking a nap, and we would holler at him on the CB radios as we went by to wake him up. Um, so he's in a good place. My gosh, we got 16 in here now. And I have had some new subscribers reach out to me. One here in Missouri that I just talked to the other day sent me an email, and he's up north here a couple hours. Excuse me. There was a lot of dust flying. Good to see. Oh yeah. Yeah. So, oh man, we got 16 in here now. Mike says, yeah, but did he die? No, I didn't die. The question is, did you die? And the answer is no. So, but we, it was nice to get home, and I wish Miss Linda would have been with me, because the last two times out there that she's been with me, it's just we basically traced the steps but backwards, that Mike and I went, and it's just truly beautiful. Now Colorado, across 10 Highway, we stopped in what a town called Lamont, Colorado, and the company I work for does a meet and turn there between Amarillo, Texas, and Denver, Colorado. And we stopped at the Golden Arches, and then I went back there and talked to that guy for a while, and then we took off. Well, I ended up turning or going straight instead of going on the curve to go up this other highway, and we ended up on an unmarked county road for like 20 or 30 miles. And I thought, I bet Mike is really mad because I got us lost. But it was still a beautiful ride. I mean, there was one part where you came up this rise and there's nothing out there. There's no houses, no trees, and you can see for 30, 40, 50 miles. And it just made it worth it. You know, as long as we didn't run into gravel road, we were fine. Mike says he wasn't mad at all. But it was hot. I mean, it was getting warm. So we've got some things coming up here. As you can tell, I'm in the shop, and last time I did a live out here in the shop was with Skip, and it was terrible. It was garbage. The internet was not. It was just trash. So we got contacted by our internet provider, Fiber, and we did an upgrade, and we have a box out here for wireless. And we're actually thinking about running hard cable from the house across the driveway and into the shop. That way it would be good. Right now it's a wireless connection, so evidently everything's working good because I don't see any complaints. So Skip says it's his lovely personality. I must have missed some. So we got 17 in here. I'll go ahead and we're in it for 10 minutes. I don't know how long we'll go live. I might post a link to StreamYard and bring somebody in. Maybe I can bring Mayhem Mike in here and he can talk about what his best part of the trip was, what he thought about everything. Hey Sam, how are you? No lag at all, he says. Thank you. But I was talking up this trip, and I've even talked to another mutual friend of ours about it, and I think Mike kind of understood what I meant by just the wide open spaces and the views and the mountains, and it's just it's stuff that we don't get to see running 18 wheels up and down the road, because we're just 300 miles out, 300 miles back. It's all pretty much plains and flatland, So, Mom says it sounds great. Good deal. Good to see you, Mom. I'm sorry. It's good to see you in here. And that's another thing with technology is sometimes we will video chat with each other, my mom and dad and me and Linda and whatnot. But they don't want to see me. They want to see Linda. So, but next year we're discussing about I would really like to go to California to the Yosemite National Park, and then hit the Sequoia National Park up there, and then hit Glacier National Park, and then come back to Sturgis for opening weekend, and back home. So that's looking at a probably 2.5 week trip, if we can swing it. No, Gene, I don't want to do long haul runs and get paid 40 cents a mile. Thank you. And I'll tell you what, it's a lot different. It's a lot different. Oh, is that El Buffalo? Oh my gosh, where's he at? Did I see that? Hey, thank you for coming in. Man, I appreciate it. Appreciate you coming in. If you missed the premiere, go back and check it out, or even some of my previous videos. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you coming in live. But it's a lot different when you're driving a truck versus a motorcycle or even a car or a pickup, because you got nothing around you and you can actually feel everything in the road. You can see everything. It's just totally different. I can remember when I was a kid, my grandparents, my mother's mom and dad, took us camping. Okay, me and my sister would ride up in the camper in the back over the cab of the truck. Of course, my sister would sleep 99% of the time, and I'd kind of mess around, and then they had this intercom system. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? And pretty soon my grandma, she says, we'll let you know when we're there. I'm going to shut this thing off, So yeah, but when I was 15, I think it was, my grandfather and I took a 2-week-long trip out to the Black Hills. We started out in Quad Cities and went to Pipestone, Minnesota was our first stop. I think that's what it was called. Red rocks all over the place. But hey, thanks, El Buffalo. I appreciate it, man. Cool. So every time I go out in the Black Hills, I think about my grandfather, and you know how the buffalo, you know, the bison out there. I'll just tell you this quick story real quick. We were driving down a dirt road, and I remember seeing the tall trees and kind of open plain there in the bottom, and here stood this big bull buffalo right in the middle of the road. And I told him, I says, honk the horn at him, Grandpa. He goes, no, I don't want him charging the truck. He says, he hits the front of the truck, we're done. So that's one of the memories I have of my grandfather. So, and when we took that 2-week trip, but we had a tent, camper shell, a cook stove, pork and beans, and hot dogs. So, yeah. And I do remember Iron Mountain, I think it was, when we drove that Ford pickup with that camper shell on it through them tunnels. I don't know which tunnel. I don't remember. I wish I did. But hey, Salty, how you doing? Good to see you. I appreciate you coming in the live stream. Yeah, we're out in the shop. We're just kind of sitting around. Oh, let's see here. Oh, I was talking about next year. You guys got to keep me on track. And one more thing before I jump over to that, where we stayed at in Yellowstone Hot Springs, in that section right there, there was 2 chimneys, and I bet Mike, you can chime in. They were probably what, 150 foot apart, one on like each corner. And what that was back in the 1800s sometime, there was a hotel that was there. And the other thing is there was a bar in there. Well, the owner of the whole hotel spent a lot of time in the bar, you know. And I guess his wife got mad at him and burnt the place down. I don't know if he was in it or not. Probably not. So, yeah. And I thought that was a cool story. Mike actually talked to a guy that was actually fly fishing down there. We talked to him for a good half hour before he left. He knew a lot of history. So, Deborah Spiker, good to see you. And yeah, so next year, I don't know when we're going to leave. I've got to look at calendar. I've got to look at a map. I've got to really plan this out, because I'm debating on pulling the camper trailer with us and camping out in national parks or whatever, and, you know, roughing it. You know, if Miss Linda can go without taking a shower for, you know, 2 days, 3 days, I think we'll be good to go, you know. So what do you all think? No, didn't eat any frozen burritos, buddy. Yeah, definitely have plans for next year. Yes, and that's kind of the plan, to take the tent trailer with us. And I told her I think we can make California in 2 to 2.5 days, because you know, we just jump on I-70 and go. And I guess she's not going to chime in if she can go without taking a shower for a couple of days. So, hey, how are you doing? Random things I do. How are you? Let's see here. What I miss? Yes, camping. 20 in the chat. El Buffalo. Yeah. But I figured we could make Yosemite in 2.5 days at least. I mean, I looked at GPS and it said 20 some hours. So I figured, you know, it's going to be at least a 2.5 week trip, and I've got to really look at the calendar and stuff, and possibly get some reservations made um, for. And I usually stay in Hill City, South Dakota, because I don't do the partying and drinking stuff, and I would actually like to get some sleep, before 3 o'clock in the morning. Well, yeah, the truck stops. You're exactly right, Melinda. That's how Scooter Tramp Scotty does it sometimes. He'll go to a truck stop and a truck driver fuels up, he gets a free shower. So he'll ask the truck driver if he's going to use his shower or not. Ask him if he would give it to him. So, Colby, is Colby in here? Hey, Colby, how are you? Good to see you. Thank you. Yeah, I've been to Gettysburg, Gene. I really have. I was probably 15. Yeah, I think I was 15 years old. Took a 4-H bus trip to Gettysburg and then on to Washington, D.C. And that was fun. Yeah, worst comes worst, you can just pay for the shower. And I think they'll allow both of us in the shower, right? As long as we're not in there for an hour and a half. So, uh, so that's kind of the plan. I've got to look at the dates for next year for Sturgis. Uh, Part of the reason why I want to do it the opening weekend of Sturgis is I've become not affiliated, but kind of familiar with supportbikers.com. If anybody wants to drop a link to the Badgers in the chat, go check them out because their website is totally growing. Their Facebook groups are growing, and um, a fallen biker. They have a fallen biker fund because, as they say, shit happens, right? And I know personally that shit happens. uh, yeah, and that's kind of the plan with that. I need to look. I need to. Oh, 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 oh. Another thing, we will be in Camdenton, Missouri, September 14th. We're leaving out early in the morning here on the 14th. I've got to call my college kid that kind of takes care of the dogs or whatever and the bird and whatnot, and or talk to a friend of mine's son and see if he wants to come over and uh, stay the night and take care of our stuff for us because we won't be back till Sunday sometime. But we are going to go down to Ozark Bike Fest. We're going to be doing the go to lunch ride with the Badgers, and then we'll be back. I've never been to Bike Fest down there, and it'll be a new experience. I've got some friends that I grew up with in the small town where I grew up that live down there, and I haven't seen them in probably 40 years, 40 some years. And I might try to hook up with them Sunday morning before we leave and catch them somewhere. So I got to show that comment. Melinda Dodson says, pretty lady like Miss Linda could talk 3 or 4 out of their showers. Oh yeah, she could do that. So yeah, that's kind of the plan that we got going on, and I'm gonna be trucking as much as I can on 6 days a week to put some of that cash back and recoup some of the funds that I've already spent on this last trip. So, which wasn't too bad, really. And because I do want us to be comfortable. You know, if we see a mom and pop hotel, an old mom and pop hotel somewhere, yeah, we might stop and grab a room, you know. Oh, Miss Linda said she would try to talk him out of it, huh? Oh yeah, all she'd have to do is walk over there and just bat them eyes at him, you know. But they probably take it the wrong way. As long as she said, "Hey, can me and my man have your shower ticket?" So, been on here 25 minutes, and all I've been doing is talking. So, Mike, you want to come in and talk about the trip? I mean, you can do it on your phone, possibly. Um, the random things I do, yeah. Oh, yeah, she'd get 150. Well, everybody would respond, except for the ones that didn't know English. Let me see if I can do this here. Anybody wants to come in, we're going to try this, and I don't normally use StreamYard, but we're going to try it. Okay, Mike, just tap on that link, and you could probably come in. I'm going to have to probably put my headphones on, and I think I got to turn on something else when you call in. Is that right, Mark, if you're still in here? I think I got to turn on the desktop audio. Is that right? All you got to do is click on that link and give permission for your camera and your microphone. We'll just talk for about 5 minutes and see. Yeah, everybody, go check out Solar DIY Hobbies and Reviews. He built a trailer to haul all his solar stuff and cooking stuff out of a boat trailer. It's really neat. He's done a good job on it. So here he is, right here, everybody. Stay. There he is. Can you hear me?
Hey.
There he is, everybody. All right, everybody. This is Mayhem Mike. This is who's on the trip with me, and so just off the top of your head, you know, what was the best part of the trip as far as the views and the ride?
Well,
think?
I got a little bit of technical difficulty. I can barely hear you. I can hear you talking, but I can't hear what you're saying. I don't know if there's a button for you to push or something like that.
No. Can everybody hear me okay? Mark, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. If I knew sign language, I'd give him sign language. Oh, you heard that?
I think I heard you say, "What's the best part of the trip?" What was the best part of the trip?
Yeah.
I think the best part of the trip for me was going up over those passes, and the Beartooth Pass, I think, was the best part of the ride. There was a segment in there where I said I didn't like heights. I'd like to explain that a little bit more, because you're up on this road. They narrowed the road. The roads are usually 12-foot wide lanes. This was about 8.5 feet wide. The asphalt was kind of crumbling a little bit, and off to the edge, and there was no guardrails. Ken talked about that in the video. There was no guardrails in some of those places. So it was pretty freaky, because there's the crumbling road on the narrow lane, no guardrail, and then you got about a 500-foot drop straight down. And if you go over the edge, you're done. And that really freaked me out. But that was a great ride too, going up into Silverton and back into Durango.
Right.
You know, I think I
What?
got so what?
Go ahead.
I think I got a little bit sick when we came down out of Silverton. I don't know if it was altitude or I needed to eat something. I don't know, but I wasn't feeling well when we got down into Durango.
Right. And you know, coming home across Kansas and Colorado, that Highway 10. I mean, there is nothing out there whatsoever, right? Uh, yeah, it's pretty crazy how much wide open spaces there are. Evidently, Mike's having technical difficulties. He can't hear me, but y'all can hear me, correct? Yeah. No guardrails at Bena, Arkansas. Yeah, Melinda says that. Can you hear me now? Yes, yes, it is a great ride. That's the second time I've been on that road, and Linda and I did it from Durango north when we were out there, and it was a good trip. It was one of the best trips that we took together. Yeah. Oh, I see. You're using your headset. I see now. Okay. Yep. So, can you hear me now, Mike? No. Skip says he can hear me. Yeah, we could hear you earlier. But he had a good time, I think. I think Mike had a really good time. Yeah. So everybody say goodbye to Mike. Evidently he can't hear. And we will yeah, he's connecting. But yeah, that $1 million highway, my gosh, it's just beautiful. I mean, it's an awesome ride. All right. Uh Anybody else want to come in? But by you know, I'll post the link again if you want, and just tell me what you think. And maybe El Buffalo Ride can come in and maybe talk about his experience on the $1 million highway. If he's still in here by chance, I don't know. Let's see here. There we go. We got 17 in here still. I am on a journey right now, and I am probably not this week, but probably next week. I'm going to put down those sticks, if you know what I'm talking about. And I have been using some pouches, and I really, really cut back a lot. And this is one of the toughest things I've ever had to do. I've done it before, and I can do it again. So I'm on a journey to quit. I've done it. My gosh, I quit for a year until I had a concussion, and Miss Linda took me to the hospital and got out of the hospital, and I woke up the next morning in the chair with my arms all wrapped up, and here was a half a pack sitting on the table, and I said to her, I says, whose are those? And she goes, those are yours. So, yeah. Let's see. I think my eye quit watering now, so I think we're good. That's all right, Mike. But yeah. Does everybody want to see what a water pump looks like for a Harley Davidson? If you watched my videos last week, I think it was, I had to replace the water pump on the bike. And I got it sitting right over here. But this is off the bike. And here it is. But there's two flat posts that come out of the front of the bike that are mounted, and this slides on the bike. Let's see here. Let me think. The plug-in is on the left side, so it'd be like, no, it's on the right, I think. I'd have to go down there and look. But that's what a $400 water pump looks like. And I think $300 of it is probably because it has a Harley Davidson emblem on it. You can't see that, can you? Nope, you can't see it. Sorry. Well, there you go. It's etched in there. So I'm just thankful that I pulled the code up. I YouTubed it, pulled the code up, and it said, I think it was 1019 or 1091, which is a water pump. You Google the code and it tells you the water pump. So I called my dealership, and luckily they had one in stock at the dealer. So, and I bought 3 little jugs of coolant from Harley Davidson, which I only needed one. And I bought 3 of them. They're like $20 a piece, you know? So, yeah, I know, Mark. But I was just glad I could YouTube it and figure it out myself. Now, somewhere between Memorial Day and the trip when I got back, and I don't know when, I lost the cover for it. So I got on eBay and ordered another cover from eBay. I even told the parts guy that I was missing my cover. And I said, I got on eBay and it's like $38. And I says, I bet the one here that you have in stock is $138. He didn't say nothing. So, excuse me. Good grief. So that's basically what we have planned for next year. And this will be a whole new experience going out that way, that far, to Yosemite National Park and the Sequoias and Glacier National Park. I heard Glacier is just beautiful out there. I got a friend of mine that him and his wife have ridden all lower 48 states, and he talked like maybe, you know, about going out there and then meeting out there in Glacier together and then going our separate ways. So, yeah. So if anybody has any experience going that far, shoot me an email. Look me up on social media. I do have a sub name on my account, Lone Cowboy Adventures. You might be able to pull me up that way. I'm not sure. So, well, let me do this real quick, and I don't even know how long we've been on here. About 40 minutes. I will post the link one more time if anybody wants to come in, because I'm running out of stuff to talk about. Hopefully the internet's still working good. So, but we're gonna run a hard line. Mike has a friend of his that does security and stuff like that, but we need some. I think Linda said PEC 6 line, and we'll run it from the house across here to the shop, and then bury it a couple inches down. That'll be fun, digging a little 2-inch trench across the yard driveway, which has asphalt millings on our driveway. So that'll be fun. Cat 6, yes. Thanks, Mark. I appreciate that. We need 100 feet, roughly. So I'll run it in here to the shop and plug it in. It'll be working just dandy. And it's kind of strange because I don't spend much time out here. The wintertime is as little time as possible because I don't have any heat out here. So I have a couple of, I used to have an electric heater. Hey, Skip. Let's see here. I don't see you on video yet, but I see you coming up. Fun digging a trench, yes. There he is. Hey,
What's
Skip,
up? What's up?
There you are. I can hear you. Oh, here's Mike again. Hang on here.
Did Mike figure it out?
I think so, but he's probably got something to say to you. Can you hear us now, Mike? He's looking. Can you hear? Hello.
Yeah.
Anyway, there he is. He's hooked up now. Good deal.
Yep. I
Mike
jumped on the computer here.
All right, cool. Mike and I went for a motorcycle ride last night, and
There he is.
Yeah, I messaged Skip, and I said, "Hey, are you up? Are you out riding?" He said, "No, we're at the house." So we went by Skip's place. Yeah, we went by Skip's place.
Hello.
And visited for a while. Yeah. Yeah. So that was kind of neat. So what you been out doing besides running around without a shirt on? Are you there? Mike, can you hear me?
Yeah. I thought you was talking to Skip there.
Yeah, I was. Can you hear me, Skip?
Yeah, I got you. No problem. I hear you real well.
I said, what have you been doing besides running around without a shirt on?
Oh, those are sometimes fat, but some of us just like to air out sometimes.
Uh-huh. I hear you, man.
I mean, I don't like to be constricted all the time. Look at me. Do I look like I'm constricted to anything?
No, not
Yes,
at all.
sir.
Not at all. Not at all. That was a good surprise, wasn't it, yesterday? Looks like I might
Okay,
be
I think I
buffering.
got everything going.
All right.
There's like a delay.
I said,
The delay is pretty crazy on here, isn't it?
Stop your YouTube video and then come back into StreamYard. That's what I just did. I was trying to figure that one out.
Yeah. There is a little bit of a delay. And it looks like I might be buffering a little bit.
It was a very nice surprise to have everybody by. I'm glad you guys came by. It was a beautiful evening for a ride.
Uh-oh. Skip, you got to admire.
Wow.
Okay, let me do that.
But yeah, once I get this hardwire in fact, Mike, that's what I wanted to talk to your roommate about. See if
Yeah.
he could give me what kind of
How's that?
deal he could get 100 foot of that.
Yeah. Don't buy any.
Okay.
Is that better?
Angela Kennedy, how are you? Oh, I know who that is. No. But anyway. No, I took the bars off the bike, Mike. They're sitting over here on the trailer.
Okay, cool. That bungee
Yeah.
thing was mine too, but I can always get another one.
Yeah. I got it over there.
Yeah.
I figured that out last night. I thought I got one just like that.
Thanks, Skip, for the handlebars there. We're definitely gonna try to use it, get them on the bike there.
Yeah.
Got to get the
In fact,
heated
I'll
grips
show
before I can. Yeah.
Mike wants to change.
So-
What the heck? He's got two now. Okay.
See if I can pull it up on your phone.
He must
Huh?
have lost the first one or something.
Yeah, I must have lost. All right, there he is. Skip, you there?
Anyway, was wanting to change the bars out, give me some taller bars, and turns out that Skip had an extra set of bars hanging up in his rafters, and they're about the same size as what Ken's got on his bike right behind him. So I'm gonna get some heated grips, and then I'm gonna have to buy some wires and stuff like that, some extensions, so that I can put them on my bike, raise the handlebars up, give it a little bit better control out there on the road. So, Skip, I appreciate.
Right, how about now?
Oh yeah, beautiful. There's quite
Awesome.
the shine, a reflection off your right above your glasses there. That's it. That's it. There you go. There's my bars right there. So, rum. Yeah. So, Ken, I just noticed that you're wearing a certain kind of shirt. You want to talk about that shirt and what it says on the shoulder there for you? You probably didn't
Skip
hear me.
paused again.
Hey, Ken,
Skip
I
paused again.
was noticing your shirt, what shirt you were wearing. You want to talk a little bit about that and what it says on your shoulder?
Oh, yeah. Hang on a minute.
Uh-oh, there he goes.
I had to turn off my air compressor.
Oh boy.
Yeah, this is in Red Lodge, Montana. Looks like he paused. All right. Red Lodge, Montana has Bone Daddy's gift shop. They sell T-shirts and whatnot. They do have, Red Lodge does have a big rally, and I'm not sure what it's called. It might be called Run to the Pass or something like that, but it's a pretty good size rally. Well, we'll try it one more time. Here we go. But it says on the sleeve, it says
Is that
says
better?
run-
Is it keeps like
Yeah.
kicking me off the screen?
Well, I kick you off because you just pause. You just still.
I
and
know that's
can't
what I
hear
mean. It like pauses and goes black. I don't.
you. And
I
I
don't know.
just
Maybe it doesn't
I-
like me without a shirt on. Maybe I should put a shirt on.
That's probably it. As long as you're not showing your other piercings, we'll be okay.
Well, if I stand up, all kinds of shit's gonna fall out.
I bet you're fine at the airport.
And then I feel, what if I got to get up? I got to have a push-up bra just to stand up and go get a shirt.
But yeah, I'll show the back of the shirt real quick here, and hopefully it'll show.
Yeah, it says Beartooth Pass. Says the elevation
that
and
shirt.
where it's located. Yeah. The shoulder says get off your your ass and go over the pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a neat shirt. It's a really nice shop. The lady said, correct me if I'm wrong, Mike, she's retiring, but somebody else is going to take it over.
Yep, they've got somebody
Yeah.
that's been working with them, and that's going to be able to take over the shop. The lady that was
Is it a
working in
pretty
there when we
large
were in there.
store?
No, it's
No,
not
it's
too.
not big at all.
It's just a
No.
little private owned thing, huh?
Yep,
It's like the size of my
it's shop
shop,
in the
really.
back.
Yep.
There was another building attached to it, and that was the huge shop, and it burned down literally all the way
wow.
down to the concrete, and that was the only thing left was the concrete. So yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Hey, Skip.
Yeah.
Melinda says, don't move. That means she's going to get excited if you move. We were talking about your.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but it's hopefully when Miss Linda and I take this
Oh,
next
great.
trip out.
Now other people are frozen.
No, you're fine. You're doing good.
What the?
I'm froze. Yeah. But yeah, hopefully,
You know, the bad part about a sunglass is you can't even see them blink.
right, exactly. His eyes are probably not even half open anyway. And
Oh,
he froze again. Look at him. He's froze
Yeah.
again.
That's a screenshot right there. I tell you what.
Yeah, that's a screenshot. All right, I took him off.
Yeah. Oh, here he comes
Yeah,
again.
he still froze. No, that was. Oh, yep.
So, Ken, what was the best part of the trip for you? What was the most memorable, most fun? You know, what was the worst part of the trip for you?
You know, I don't really have any worst parts. You know, right in those wide open spaces, and that's why I narrated this premiere the way I did, is because it's the way I felt. Because, you know, when you're traveling down the interstate on a bike and it's wide open like that, and especially those parts when we left Craig, Colorado and went past that power plant, and I saw the clips on the computer and I thought, my God, that is just beautiful. Even though it's a power plant with the clouds and how the colors were, you know, the dark and the light and all that stuff, that was cool, you know. But riding down the wide open spaces, sometimes I turn my music all the way down and I think about, you know, from fourth grade, all the stuff I've been through, you know, and it just seems like, and my kids, my grandkids, I just hope someday they actually are be able to see what I have seen, because it's just this, you know, we live around Kansas City. You don't see that kind of stuff every day, you know. We are so compacted and pressed against each other in these cities, and it's just awesome. But I do think about, you know, the good, the bad, a lot of the bad stuff that I've done or that has happened to me, and it's just like every time we take a trip, Miss Linda and I, or wherever, it's like a weight lifted off your shoulders, off my head, you know, because driving a truck, that's all we got time to do is think, and ride the bike But driving the truck, you get to a destination, you turn around and you come back, and it's like, oh my gosh, I got to go back to the same old grind, and do this all over again. But going down the road on a bike, it's like you don't have nothing around you, and you're just going down the road, and it's like all the thoughts kind of get left behind at the previous mileposts and stuff. The worst part, I don't really have any worst parts, We got along good.
Not having enough time to go further. I
Well,
think that'd be
that
the worst
too.
part.
Getting off the beaten path. We didn't have a lot of time to get off the beaten path.
Yep.
When I went in April down to Shreveport, Mississippi, Florida, Alabama, I rode a lot of 2-lane roads. You and I rode some 2-lane roads, but it almost felt like it was well-traveled 2-lane roads. We had an actual state map and actually see the county roads that we could go down. Like when I got us lost, and went up that county road, it was like, oh my gosh, where are we at? I don't care, So, and I really thought, I bet Mike's pissed. I bet he's mad I got us lost.
I was like, oh
It was hot
man.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
it was
hot
hot.
that day too,
Yeah. Yeah, but
So,
that back road, it took us back, and we was able to talk to that police officer, and who else did we talk to out there? We was able to talk to the truck driver when we got down there.
yeah,
So all roads that lead to where you're going, even if you take the wrong roads, you eventually
right,
get to where you're going.
right, exactly. And we met those guys from Pennsylvania at Oakley, Kansas, it was
Yep.
Oakley. We jumped on the interstate. He had the same. I wish I would have got him on film because that was cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
From where were they from? Pennsylvania, somewhere by Pittsburgh or something like that.
Pittsburgh. Yep, they were going back
Yeah.
to Pittsburgh.
Man, that was like another 5 days for them. So,
Right.
First part can't drive forever, never stop, and my butt gets a little tired. Yes, that's about right. That's about right.
Right.
I mean that's the advantage of riding the motorcycle. You got a little bit smaller tank, so you have to stop more frequently than in a car where you can go up, 500-600 miles. So,
Right.
but
And
yeah,
we
we gotta stop every 4 hours at least.
Right. We were knocking down 180 miles. Well, usually we would stop when we got down to a quarter tank, or sometimes
Yeah.
we'd stop where we seen a gas station, especially on the way back, because there's nothing out there. So here he is again.
All right. Technology pisses me off. You know what I'm saying? It starts flickering, and then you look like you're 3 times wider than the screen, and then you're just black.
It just makes you want to take your shirt off.
I know it makes you get all hot and shit. You know how us chubby folk are. Once you get hot, shit starts getting sticky. Nobody wants to be sticky. Gross.
Exactly. Turn your volume down.
Oh, how do you do that?
Yeah, you're still on the computer, right?
Yeah, I'm working on it.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I could just hear myself. That's why. Say something, Mike.
Something. 1 2 3 1 2 3.
Okay. You're good. You're good. It's just me, Skip. Don't worry about it.
How about that? Is that better?
Don't worry about it. You're good.
Well, I was just thinking maybe the computer was louder than I am, so there's a reverb.
I don't think anybody can be louder than you.
I hope
Damn, I'm
not. I
glad you
try
said
really
that.
hard to make sure. You know what? Let's not even go there because I'm very particular on how I run a room.
Right. Yep. But yeah, I was glad you were up last night because I had your address because you sent it to me, I don't know, a month or so ago. So, we rode down 291 to 24 highway and rode over to 435. And that's when I messaged you and we're going to come by for a minute if you're up. And he's like, yeah. So it paid off for Mike, and it kind of
Yeah, it
paid
did.
off
It
for
worked out well, didn't it?
Yeah.
Now he'll be rocking them meat hooks, man. Yeah. They're better than just hanging there. No reason to hang them there for no reason, right?
Right. Exactly. Yeah. So that was, and it kind of paid off for me too, because I got to see your pet pig.
You did. Yes, she's quite the diva.
I
For
gotta
sure.
bring Miss Linda by to see her. Yeah, I told her all about it. So,
Yeah, she's a little bit spoiled for sure. Just
yeah, she is.
just a little
Just
bit.
a little. Yeah.
So, but I'm glad y'all came by. It was nice to have y'all roll in. You're welcome anytime. You know that. Gate's
Oh, yeah.
always open. Obviously, you see
Yep.
how fast I can be like, shit changed. We's on the move.
Right. Yep. But
So,
yeah, it was nice. It was nice to see you, last night because I wasn't tired. I'd worked 6 hours on that video. I actually had one done before that, and I ran out of memory. My editing software wouldn't export it to save it to the computer where I could.
oh yeah.
This one actually turned out better than the original, so I had to move some memory around to a hard drive, external hard drive, and stuff like that.
So what, Mike? You were talking about my glasses are too dark. You can't see my eyes.
Can't see you blink. So, like, can't tell if the screen's
Oh.
frozen or not.
Look, they're probably not open far enough for them to blink.
That's what I told him. They're probably just little slits,
I mean, we can check.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Okay. Put them back
I mean, they're
down.
pretty good.
You could tattoo some eyeballs on your eyelids.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I got some somewhere. There, I've got some. I got eyeballs all somewhere. Yeah,
Right.
it would be
right.
kind of weird to have them suckers all tattooed up. I would do
Yeah.
that. I would do that
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
through the looking glass, and smoke becomes. I don't know. I don't know. We could make a movie out of it.
Right. Right.
We can't see your
Yeah,
eyes either because you got your space wear on. Oh, well, never mind. Never mind.
Yeah. No, like I said, I've been working out here on the west side of the shop, cleaning stuff up and mowing and tearing out some junk fence, and the dust was just
He's
flying
wearing those
everywhere.
shades because of all the paparazzi out there taking pictures of him all
Right.
the time,
That's right.
wanting autographs.
right. My
He's
Yeah.
so
wrist
popular, the
really
fire
sore.
trucks show up to see him. He's hot
Yeah, I
too.
gotta-
Trot, boy.
Gotta sign autographs everywhere I go, So
That's right.
yeah.
That's hilarious.
Man, gosh, we got a big 12 people in here. That's awesome. I appreciate it,
Oh,
guys.
yeah. Hello, everybody. I hope everybody's having a wonderful Labor Day.
So Skip's gonna have a video coming out sometime in the next month or two, but he's been building something to pull behind the bike. So if you don't know Skip's place, get on over there and subscribe. I actually got to see it last night. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So
Was it
Yeah.
that oversized refrigerator that you could just haul all the beer you wanted in it? Was that it?
That's it.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it. That great big refrigerator that's on wheels.
yeah.
I knew it.
So
Chubby folk, like I said, don't want to be hot. Damn it.
right. Exactly.
Prepared.
Yep. Well, we've been on here over an hour, and it's 5:30. I got to go in the house, take care of some business, and I appreciate you guys coming on with me, and
It's my pleasure. It was nice to
need
see you
to,
all last night.
yes.
So,
I got something in my mind before maybe October. I've got an idea to maybe go down to or late September, early October, go down to southeast Kansas to a place where Linda and I have been. They actually do have camping spots. I have to make a phone call, and they do have
oh, okay.
electricity in case, but one of my subscribers lives down in that area, and he said he would for sure come by or whatever. So
Absolutely.
I've got to do some research. Like I said, I need to make sure, see if they actually have a restroom that the campers can use. If not, then I'm probably going to have to bring a 5-gallon bucket if Miss Linda comes. So.
Got one. We have a potty house.
Do you really?
Yeah. Yeah. So you'll
I
just have
just
to camp close to us.
Yeah, I just go out on the road, because it's right off the road. I just go out on the road like
That's
a dog,
what I'm thinking.
drop right there.
Let it stick to the gravel so it flies off when people roll by. It ain't no
Right,
thing.
exactly.
This is a
So,
crappy conversation.
Right.
yes, it is.
Kind of a shitty deal. It'll be all right, though.
I'm going to make my mama proud.
And you told her I was just a little rough around the edges.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Maybe a little more than just a little rough. I'm sorry.
We'll have to do this sometime, Skip, and talk about a little bit of your history of Omaha and stuff. You know what I mean?
There's a
Some
lot,
people
man.
don't- Yeah, there's. I mean, really talk about it, not bullshit about it, but just talk about it because, I could have ended up over there myself, if I would have came to Kansas City, when I was 18 or moved out when I was 16. So,
It
but,
man, it's amazing what we learn later on in life that we already knew and just had no idea. And
right.
most
That's why
of
I
the
sent
guys
that
that I
video.
grew up with there, they're pretty successful nowadays. I mean, most of them
Right.
have little businesses and stuff. So, man, there's a lot. I'd be more than happy to.
That's why I say in that video, while I'm writing, you think about what you could have done, what you should have done, or, stuff like that, when it comes to family and friends or whatever, So
Right.
I don't know if a lot of
It's like
other
some of us
writers
in our
think
40s,
about that.
50s, we're learning what we screwed up on. And most of us have been out of trouble longer than we were in trouble. So
Right.
now it's like the second half of life it's make a change, man. Enjoy it every day for every day and don't question it, man. It'll be
Right.
gone. It'll just
I'm
be
just truly,
gone.
I'm just truly blessed that Miss Linda came in my life when she did, because again, I was in a bad spot, man, and I wasn't looking for nothing or anything like that. I don't know how she puts up with me, but she does. But she held the
Well, I'm
fort
here
down
to tell you,
for 9 days, you know.
I mean, obviously, I am absolutely quite a bit old school, man. And
Oh
the
yeah.
queen is not that way. So
Right.
how she deals with an old school biker that is just die hard, that's just how we roll.
Right.
My attitude, my demeanor, the the rough around the edges.
Right.
You talk about a blessing, man. I don't
Yep.
deserve them. There's no
Right.
way in hell, but apparently God thinks I do. So I'm just gonna live it for what it is, and I'll be damned I ain't gonna spend it in a bad way. I'm gonna
Right.
enjoy every second of it.
Yep.
So what the queen wants, the queen get. That's just how we roll.
Right. Trigger. I think I heard the dog. So, all right, guys,
I
I'm
bet
gonna
they were
jump off
pissed at you coming home smelling like a pig last night, and some other dogs were like, "Where the hell was you at? What? What is that? Why do you smell like live bacon? How does that work?" And it's on your hands like you were petting it, Dad. You weren't even eating it.
Yeah.
Why does it smell like you were petting it?
Right. Yeah. So, well, guys, thanks for coming in, man. I appreciate it. And
Thanks for having me
well,
on.
I hope everybody enjoyed the premiere video. I haven't done one of those in a long time, and it's a little different this time. And I just wanted to show how I actually feel, going down on the bike. So, riding down the interstate on the bike and some of the views. And yeah, it was the same stuff that I had posted on videos, but hey, it's just it is what it is. It's just
You gotta be
what I
careful going down on your bike. That exhaust can be
I
hot. Take it easy.
know. Yeah, I know. So,
I'm
Mike,
out of here,
we'll talk to you
guys.
tomorrow.
Stay blessed.
All right.
We catch you soon.
Thanks, Skip. All right. Say bye. Well, Mike, thanks for coming in, man. I appreciate it.
Hey, that was a
Yeah.
great trip. Thanks for having me along. I'll do
Cool.
it anytime. Yeah.
Cool. We need to talk to that other guy into doing a little trip too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Southeast Kansas.
Yep. All right, man. We'll talk to y'all later. Thanks for everybody in the chat, and thanks for watching and hitting the thumbs up. And say hi to a stranger. Thank a veteran. Wave at us, truck drivers, freight haulers, and we'll see you on the next one. Okay. Say bye, Mike.
Bye.
Bye.